Hello and welcome to How to Lose £10 in 10 Minutes for Free. My name's Nate Freeman and I'm from Nate Freeman Coaching. So today what we're going to discuss, and I don't know why no one has ever taught this, is we're going to talk about me, we're going to talk about the problem with diets, then we're going to talk about the calories that you burn from doing fuck all, the calories that you burn from doing something, tracking and seeing what happens with a bonus step, and adjusting and manipulating the calories that we've worked out according to our goals. Right, so who am I? My name's Nate, and the picture in the middle of me there is me towards the end of the pandemic. Now, I'd got a bit on the porky side. I wasn't really confident with my body, and I needed to do something about it. This was the first time I ever got into fitness, and on the right-hand side of that photo in the middle, you can see that I completely transformed my body, and I lost 10 kilograms. When I did that, I had the photo shoot that you can see on the left-hand side, and that's when I was in the best shape of my life. And then following on from that, I trained to compete in an amateur strongman competition where I came 6th. You can see my friends celebrating there on the right-hand side. They brought along Harold the dog for the day. You can see there he's not really enjoyed being picked up, but he was a great supporter. They were fantastic, and I raised a lot of money for the charity, the Prince's Trust, which is a charity really close to my heart. I raised a lot of money for them on that day. So that's a bit about me. Now, this method, here's who this has affected and a few people that we've seen results with so far. So on the left-hand side, we've got Martin. He's 36 from Hampshire. He lost 4 stone and can now keep up with his 3 kids, Harry, Oliver, and George. They're a great laugh, and Martin can play with them and keep up with them a lot more. In the middle, we've got Sally. She's 33 from Brighton. And she made fitness part of her routine, and she's transformed the shape of her body, as we can see in the photo. And then me, sorry, I just had to move that up there because my face here is in the way of it. I'm 31 from Basingstoke. After my strongman competition, I adopted this method. I ate ice cream, I ate things that I enjoyed, and you can see that my belly has gone back to where I'd like it to be. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is there's a bit of a problem. Personal trainers, or some personal trainers, suck. They basically just say to people, eat this amount of calories, off you go, you're all sorted. People don't get any context, you don't get any understanding, it's just eat this much. You then have to work out, you have 2 stresses there. You have to work out actually what you can and can't eat, and you're failing every day, and also you're on a reduction of calories. What I say is, let's take a step back, let's make a habit, let's eat the stuff we like we can see here, ice creams, milkshakes, cakes, not all on the same day, but eat them as part of a balanced diet, understand what we're eating, track it, and then make adjustments as necessary. So what you have to do, the first thing you need to do here is calculate the calories that you burn from doing fuck all. So this is also known as your basal metabolic rate, or your BMR, and this is the calories that are burnt as your body performs basic life-sustaining functions, or it's the number of calories that you burn on a hungover Sunday when you don't get out of bed. In order to calculate this, there are various different methods that you can use. I quite like this one. This is the Mifflin St. Jour formula. Basically, for men, it's 10 times your weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times your height in centimeters minus 5 times your age in years plus 5. And for women, it's a fairly similar thing, only you minus 168.1. That's very long and complicated, and I know that none of you are actually going to work that out. So instead, I realized that nobody's doing that. So you can just click on this link here, and then you'll be able to type in some details, and you'll be able to get your BMR, and that's your calories from doing fuck all. After that, we realize that we do get off the sofa and do things. So first of all, what we've got is our calories from doing fuck all, and now we're moving around. So what we need to do then is we can use that to calculate our total daily energy expenditure, or our TDEE. And this is the amount of calories that you burn from doing fuck all, your BMR, multiplied by the activity that you're doing. So you multiply it by a certain amount. Just as a side note, in case any of you have heard of this, this also includes the thermic effect of food, and this is the amount of the energy it takes to digest food as you eat it. So that'll all be included in this calculation. So you've got to decide what you are as a broad term for this. So are you a couch potato? And this means you do no exercise and you have a desk job. If that's the case, you multiply your BMR by 1.2. Or are you a moving potato? So do you exercise about 3 to 5 days per week? If you are, multiply your BMR by 1.5. Or are you an active potato? And if you exercise 6 to 7 times per week, you multiply your BMR by 1.725. So we can see examples here. The first thing you do is you get some details about yourself. So you've got your gender, your age, your weight, and your height. And then you can work out your calories from doing nothing, your BMR, and we've got that in the first column there. Then we multiply it by the amount of activity that you're doing. Now, for some people it's more, some people it's less. If you don't find that you necessarily fit completely in one of these categories, then you can go down a little bit or up a little bit. You can see on that final column there for that 29-year-old female that I've done times it by 1.3 instead of the preconceived ones. But basically it's one of those lot. And this leaves us with our maintenance calories, like I said earlier, or our TDEE, our total daily energy expenditure. Important thing to note here is this is an educated guess. So we're just putting a load of numbers in a spreadsheet here and we've ended up with a number. This is a pretty well educated guess, but nonetheless, it's an educated guess. So what we have to do next is realize that this means your weight shouldn't go up, you can see on the left hand side there, or it shouldn't go down. But you have to test it. So we have to find out if this actually works. And in order to do that, we're going to need to look at my phone and see if we can track and test this. So this is my MyFitnessPal on my phone just now. Now, in order to go through it, what I've done is I've just set up an account. Now, when you sign up to it, because we've already worked out our goals, ignore kind of everything. You can put in your height and your weight and things like that, but ignore everything that works out for yourself, because what we've done is we've done something that means we're going to take control of what we work out. Now, if you click on more and then go to goals and then go to calorie, carbs and protein goals, then in the calories amount, we can put what we've worked out. Now, what I've done for me and what you can do for you is you can go to that website, you can work out the amount of calories that it takes, multiply that by your activity multiplier. Now, for me, it's 1.5, which leaves me with an activity of 2497. So that's going to be my amount of calories that I want to consume in a day. And that's my maintenance calories. Now I'm going to save that. Now, here's something special that I'm going to give you as well, is that we need to think about our protein. Now, if you've saved that completely, it's going to split between carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Now, for protein, I want you to start with calculating your protein at 1.2 grams per kilogram of your body weight. So, for example, if you weigh 100 kilograms and you times that by 1.2, that means 120 grams of protein. Now, you could eat more protein, but this is somewhere to start. And what I'd say is you're going to gradually get up to 1.6, but for now, you want to do that times 1.2. Now, I need to work that out. So initially, I'm going to want to eat at least 84 grams of protein. So I can move this here. I can set it as, let's say, 15% on there. I'll calculate it up, then I'll save that. You can definitely have more protein. Like I said, the target at the end is 1.6. But if you've never tracked it before, set it at 1.2 and see where you can get to with that. Protein is really good because it helps build it helps build muscles, helps keep you fuller for longer, and it helps you stay strong as well. So in summary, track everything that you eat. We've set those goals in MyFitnessPal, and now we can follow it every single day to track what we're going to eat. Do not use any extra bits in MyFitnessPal. So don't take off steps, don't, do the weight thing that they've said. Just calculate it based on what we've done today. A little bit under or a little bit over on calories is fine, but don't just go over every day, you sneaky bastard, okay? But you don't have to make it exactly, have it around there. Now do this for 2 weeks, weigh yourself every single day, and then make adjustments based on that. As a bonus, like I said with the protein, minimum of 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. If you weigh 100 kilograms, eat 120 grams of protein. And then as soon as you hit that, start to go up. The end result we want is 1.6 per kilograms of body weight. A lot of people say it should be more. We do want that 1.6, but to start off, like I said, we want little and often increases in order to get to where we want to be. Now, when you've done that, you're a science experiment. So track for 2 weeks. If you move or train less than what you've said originally, your weight will go up. If you move or train more, your weight will go down. If you decrease your calories, your weight will go down. And if you increase calories, your weight will go up. So any of those 4 variables will then means that your weight will change. Change one of them, do it for 2 weeks, and then see what happens. Now, if your goal is to lose fat, then either move more or decrease your calories a bit less, and then that will bring your weight for you and you can be in complete control of that. So what did we learn? You've got this, first of all. Now you're going to calculate the calories that you burn from doing fuck all using the link that I'll give you. You multiply that by the amount of calories that you burn from doing something. That's what type of potato are you. Test this and monitor. Use MyFitnessPal like I showed you to test through it, and then adjust, monitor, and manipulate if and when necessary according to your goals. All of that will leave you well equipped in order to move forwards with this.